Imagine this, a single, ordinary needle racing toward Earth at the speed of light. It looks so tiny, so harmless, yet it's carrying enough energy to devastate our entire planet. Could something like this even happen? And if it did, what kind of unimaginable destruction would it unleash? Let's start with just how fast light speed really is. In the vacuum of space, light travels at an incredible 300,000 kilometers per second. That's fast enough to zip around the entire Earth 7.5 times in a single second. To put that in perspective, it takes our astronauts about 3 days to reach the moon. At light speed, you'd be there in just 1.3 seconds. Even our fastest spacecraft, the Parker Solar Probe, which holds the record for speed, moves at a comparatively sluggish pace. Light speed is the ultimate cosmic speed limit. Nothing with mass can ever reach it. And that's the first piece of good news. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, getting a needle, or anything with mass, to move at the actual speed of light is impossible. As an object gets closer to light speed, its effective mass increases. The faster you go, the heavier you get. To reach that final 100%, you would need an infinite amount of energy. So, for once, the laws of physics are on our side. But let's bend the rules just a little for our thought experiment. What if some hyper-advanced civilization figured out how to accelerate that needle to 99.9% of the speed of light? That's still unimaginably fast and unimaginably destructive. Let's say this needle streaks through our atmosphere, glowing white-hot as it rips the sky apart. It survives the journey and slams into the middle of Central Park in New York City. The result? A cataclysmic explosion. The fireball would dwarf anything we've ever created, releasing more than 100 times the energy of the most powerful nuclear bomb ever detonated. Everything within the park, trees, grass, people, would be vaporized in a fraction of a second. The iconic skyscrapers surrounding the park, they would crumble and collapse like a line of dominoes. Shockwaves would ripple out for miles, shattering glass and toppling buildings across the city. The impact would shake the ground in neighboring states like New Jersey, registering on the Richter scale as a powerful 7.3 earthquake. To compare, the devastating 1906 San Francisco earthquake, a 7.9, leveled 28,000 buildings. The devastation would be immense, but surprisingly, it might not be a planet killer. The destruction, while horrific, would be localized, though that localized area meant millions of lives lost and a global economy thrown into chaos. Okay, what if the needle hits the ocean instead? The impact would instantly vaporize a massive amount of water, creating an explosive plume shooting miles into the sky, similar to an underwater nuclear test, but far, far more powerful. You might expect a world-ending tsunami, but here's a surprising fact. It probably wouldn't happen. Hollywood-style tsunamis are typically caused by massive shifts in tectonic plates over vast areas, not a single pinpoint impact. So while it would cause a terrifying splash, and maybe a localized tsunami, it wouldn't be the global catastrophe you might think. Civilization would survive. Now for a more personal scenario. What if the needle didn't hit the Earth, but hit you? Well, the bad news is obvious. You'd be obliterated instantly. The good news is, it would happen so fast, your brain wouldn't even have time to register what happened, let alone feel any pain. One moment you're there, the next you're not. But there is one scenario that is truly terrifying, an impact that could trigger an extinction-level event. What if the needle struck an active supervolcano, like Yellowstone? The sheer force of the impact could rupture the massive magma chambers deep beneath the surface, triggering a catastrophic eruption. This wouldn't just be a local disaster. It could plunge the world into a volcanic winter. Think of the Toba eruption 74,000 years ago, which nearly wiped humanity from the face of the Earth. A thick blanket of ash and gas would be blasted into the stratosphere, blocking sunlight for years. Global temperatures would plummet. crops would fail, and worldwide famine would follow. A few pockets of humanity might survive, but billions would perish. So could this nightmare actually happen? Thankfully, no. The fundamental physics of our universe make it virtually impossible. But this little thought experiment reveals a fascinating truth about the cosmos. If a tiny needle can hold this much destructive potential just by moving fast, it makes you wonder what else is out there. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this cosmic what if, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-bending scenarios. See you next time.